See ya, seals. Nice meeting you. Windily, and welcome to another biscuit review. I'm very near Land's End. I didn't quite go there because I saw a farm shop and they've got cups of tea. This cup of tea was £1.20. It's called St Buryan Farm Shop and it's ridiculously cheap. The Cub is very good. It's been scooting around. I didn't sat nav it here, I just followed my nose and it was much more fun than having a sat nav on. It's rather apt that we're at Land's End, the point furthest from Scotland, so naturally I've chosen shortbread biscuits. This is all that Scottish people eat. This and haggis and venison are the three things that Scots people eat. The packet is unsurprisingly adorned with tartan and thistles and the Scottish flag. I think it's probably borderline racist, but there we go. Anyway, they're very high in fat, they're very high in saturated fat and sugar and salt. But I'm excited by these. These are the kind of biscuits that, as well as giving them to Scots people, you give them to someone as a thank you. You give them to someone to show that you respect them. I would say that these are like a best biscuit. Don't just get them out for Tom, Dick or Harry. Wait until someone really important comes and then, would you like some shortbread? Yes, please. As ever, we're going to do the scent, the snap, we're going to taste one dry and we're going to dip one into tea. So the packet is relatively easy to get into. Another way to open these packets is to use a traditional Scottish dagger or dirk. The scent, really sweet, really buttery and very alluring. The BT men are here. Very sweet, very buttery. We know that the biscuit's going to be hard, so this is a biscuit for people with strong hands and warm hands, which I haven't got. So the scent is one of butter and sweetness. Yeah, butter and sugar. The snap, quite easy actually, fragile. They're short because in pastry terms short is deemed crumbly. These are massive long dippers. I'm going to give this a 10-second dip because I don't even care. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's still relatively hard to crunch. Real long dippers these, so you can fall in love with someone staring at their eyes and dip these. Mint. They've turned up to a telegraph pole. Dry, they're very hard, they take a lot of crunching and they're very high salt. Really high salt. These are too salty. Right. They haven't got any of the grains in that some shortbreads usually have. Some shortbreads really like gritty, it's got millet in or something. These haven't. They're too salty really. I suppose that's the butter. I would say of these that they're a good off-roading biscuit, they're flipping hard. Short of a Farley's Rusk. I think you won't do much worse than these. For Chris Sauder, I'm just gazing lovingly at a Fiat Panda 19 plate. These reviews are short because tea goes really cold really quick outside. But shortbread, yeah, for Scots people and to show someone that you respect them, the best bits to get. And St Buryan's Farm Shop, £1.20 for a cup of tea is mint, and they said that's all year round. It's not like some special needs December price. I'm going to go to Land's End. I'm going to continue enjoying the Cub. This is better than a Cub 90, I'm afraid to say. Quicker, more power. Not that it's got loads. I did sort of hanker for a faster bike again to do some overtakes, but I have overtaken a couple of things. And aside from that, it's just open gallery later on, and I want to find a crab sandwich. If you want to see more biscuit reviews, I've done a load. If you want to see some motorbike stuff, I've done a load of that. I did one video on America, and I'm going to do some car stuff when it gets too bitterly cold to do motorbikes. If you're a stranger from the internet, carry on talking to me with the comments. And if you're one of my friends, you will appreciate the polo that just did a big wheel spin. Just thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one. Cheers then. So that farm shop was absolutely wondrous, because a cup of tea only cost me £1.20. I didn't go quite down to Land's End because I don't know whether they've got cups of tea down there. I'm sure they have, but I'd rather have one at a cafe. As I sat there, a group of BT engineers in 3 vans turned up with a telegraph pole and an auger and high vis and stuff, so they got a little audience. Not that they gave even a halfpenny, whatever. I still feel a bit weird sitting there. I think I'm just fearful that one day someone's going to ask me what I'm doing, and I'm going to have to explain that I'm reviewing classic British biscuits on a Honda Cub. It just feels so weird, but then to put it on the internet seems absolutely fine. I think the internet's less judgmental, or rather you can reach the people that seem to think it's amusing far easier than you can in real life. I'm sure I will have to explain myself one day. So I think I know what the Cornish dream is. You drive around, ride around, and you see lots of Land Rovers, lots of little rainbow spots pockmarking the road, indicating that there are Land Rovers around leaking. So the Cornish dream is to own a Land Rover, I think to grow vegetables, as everyone seems to have them for sale outside their house. To own a Land Rover to grow vegetables and to go swimming in the sea and just have a nice time. Everyone I've met has been really cordial, really nice. It's nothing like the American dream, which is to become as fat as you like, to own a massive truck, and to be able to destroy your nearest neighbour with unimaginable force. I think the Cornish dream is nicer. I think I get why people like Cornwall. And the last time I went somewhere coastal that falls into this category was Barnstable, and I got depression instantaneously. It was loathsome. So this is great. Lots of gorse still in flower. When gorse isn't in flower, kissing's out of season. The irony being that gorse is always in flower, so get snogging. Gorse smells of coconut, so I wonder whether gorse flowers get put into nice biscuits. Apparently you can make gorse flower tea and also gorse flower champagne. I can see the sea. It was always the exciting bit, wasn't it, when you were going on holiday? You used to go to a place called Shorefield Caravan Park, and it was always a big rev up whenever you saw the sea. Anyway, almost there. Sennen, which is the place where the laxative Senecot was invented. Also the less successful version, competing with Viagra, and they just couldn't compete. They also made Senecock, which was made from gorse flowers, but it never took off. Wolf Rock. Oh, I know about Wolf Rock. That's the helipad that is on the BBC advert where the helicopter's landing in really rough seas. That is Wolf Rock. I think if you've got a choice, I'd go for Lizard Point over Land's End. Just seems nicer down at Lizard. There's seals and you might get lucky and see a whale. The temptation is to go down there. There. However, I've got smooth bottomed boots on, and either being quadriplegic or dead with a nativity on Thursday is not what I came for. If I came back, I'd bring some grippy shoes and snuggle off down there. As it is, I can have a little look. Some serious lichens. A frill, man.